My name is Rachel Watson. I'm currently the station manager at the only community radio station in Atlantis. It is called Radio Atlantis. I love being part of the station. I love being part of the history because it's something that I feel that give me an opportunity to do some good in a community where people are seriously underprivileged. Where does the radio station come from? In 1993, a group of activists under the forum, which was called the Atlantis Development Forum. It was activists coming from the labor movement, trade unionists, political parties, the UDF, just young people and young adults who wanted to transform the country from the apartheid system. Now, one of the most important things is in apartheid, the media sector belonged to the government, which means ordinary people's voices weren't heard. The government do as they pleased and they said what they wanted to say, and they kept most important information from the underprivileged people. We as the group, we looked at it and we debated and we thought of an idea to help overthrow apartheid, and that is where the idea came from for a community radio station. I got involved because I was part of the media section of this forum, and in this media section that they called us the media committee was myself, Peter Latagan, Eva Georgia, and Patrick Solomons. The four of us was given the task of finding a means that can help get information and education out to our people. And then Eva Georgia came up with the idea of a local community radio station. We all thought it was something that will not materialize, but in the end, we realized it's a good way of getting information out to people. So what was my role? My role was more the role, I'm very task orientated. I'm an organized person. I can speak well to people. So my role was to go out to the community and convince them that a radio is possible. We call that the process a signature campaign. The first thing was to get the people's signatures. So I went from factory to factory. Then I was the organizer for the Southern African Clothing and Textile Workers Union. We had about 8,000 union members in Atlantis, and I went to all the factories, addressed them, and left the forms there, and so they signed that. So we immediately had about 8,000 signatures. Second thing we did was to address the schools. So every Monday morning when the schools had their own little thing, I went there with other people, Eva Georgia at times, addressed the school, and so people got used to the idea. Third thing we did was to start out and we made as if we were a radio already. So we went to the sports fields, took some equipment, and played on the fields, talking and DJing to people, but using the name Radio Atlantis. That was very exciting for me. And so in the end, after all those processes, in 94, when Nelson Mandela was released, they legalized community radio stations, and we then got a license to start our own radio station. Equipment, basically, we applied for funds from a international donor, the Open Society, and they gave us the equipment to start the station. So yes, then we had all the signatures, we had the people behind us, we had equipment, then we needed a venue to start this radio station from. I had an office in the industrial area, and we started doing administration from there. Then the forum basically gave us the second office from there. We moved to where the current rent office is, an established office then with, I must say, previously I didn't work for the radio station. All of that was volunteer work. So when the office moved from our side, from my office, to Westview, we employed Eva Georgia, and then we started with a couple of volunteers, young people in Atlantis, like the current people we have is all new. The volunteers of then, they did everything. We then applied for a capacity building also through the Open Society. They then trained the volunteers. On the most exciting part of this whole thing was on the 1st of September when we went on air. Mr. Dollies and some other people helped us. We then moved the radio station to the old Atlantis shopping center above Discom, and there we built our first studio. We went on air for the first time on the 1st of September 1995 at 9. I remember the first song I played was Rock the Boat, Rock the Boat. I played that song, and I will never forget the excitement of talking to our people for the first time. May sound easy, but it's a very hard and difficult job to do, because speaking to people on a radio is not easy. You need to have the right programming. So we decided what we're going to do. We investigated and spoke to the community, and every sector told us basically what they want. So we had labor, education, talk about animals, and we focus on the old people. Now today we are 21 years old. We are a focused radio station. We do a lot for our people. We've won many international awards. And for the future, what we want to do is to go into the digital world and start a community radio TV as part of our process in the community media sector.